Guys, back again. I ain't been gone long. Just finished shooting that other video on that oil chert pine tree, and I got a piece of heat treated Edwards here. This is some of the material you guys seen me spall out on another video. I think it was some of that stuff I spalled out had fire damage, and some of it was this gray Edwards, and this is some of that material. Gotta bring that edge up some, try and get rid of this big old lump right here. Got rid of a lot of it. I didn't hardly talk at all through that last video. It is just so stinking hot. This is my very last chance to nap before leaving. So trying to make the most of it, whether or not it's hot or not. So no one can say I'm not dedicated. The problem with the heat is I've come to the conclusion that it's distracting enough that it's detrimental to your napping overall. I most definitely do better napping when it's cooler. But that I have no doubt. I need to get this into make some sort of sense about what I got happening here. I'm considering making a Justwingit. If you're not familiar with that, it's a point style I came up with, and I deemed it to Justwingit, and actually one of my favorite points. So they just look cool. They're not actually a point. in the archaeological record, in case you're wondering. I've had people ask, and it is most certainly not. I mean, theoretically, the archaeological record is still being built today, so what we're doing today will end up being part of the record later, I guess. Suppose they won't have to dig for it though, because since everything is written down in quadruplicate and secured in a secret vault, we already know everything. The secret vault called the internet. So far my new indirect stick is actually working out really well. I just my only concern is going to be the screw stripping out. That may not even be a concern, I don't know, but we'll see. If I don't mess it up, then you probably won't, because I'm pretty hard on things. But I bought an awful lot of indirect tools and tried them, and honestly, they weren't that great. They didn't work that well for me anyways, but going to the ones I use now was definitely a game changer in my indirect. So if I have the time, I'm probably going to build some and offer them on the website. But as usual, the leather shop comes first, so I let myself get out of shape here a little bit. Which really isn't unusual for me. Any of you watching that's been watching knows that already. Alright, we're gonna go to some pressure. Rigorize the edge. I honestly don't remember if it was this one or the other video where I mentioned it's so hot that I'm just not all that talkative. I had a little bit, I ran around this morning, got everything, last of my orders out, and websites are all shut down, and leather shop's one-man shop, so it can't continue running while I'm gone. Otherwise I'll come back and I'll have two months worth of work stacked up, and everyone will be mad because I don't have their stuff done. Oh, anyways, I had some time to nap, and it's incredibly hot, but I have got to nap more ahead of leaving than I thought I was going to, so feeling fortunate there. But I ain't even left home yet. I'm already homesick. I work from home, and this being at this ranch is my happy place, so I like being here. I know some people don't like, they're in situations they don't like being at home, but that's not the case for me, fortunately. And I just got a message. This whole insurance thing with this whole back thing is incredible. But last time we were there, we get off the plane, and there's a guy standing there in a full suit, holding a printed sign, got my name on it, and they sent a limousine to pick us up at the airport. They're looking at me going, the people in the airport, and they're like, how is it this redneck must have some must have a reality show or something. It made me appear to be a lot more important than I am. And they could have just sent an Uber for me. I'm fine with that. The rest of the running around they have you do, even if you have to cross the street to another part of the complex, I mean literally across the street, they're going, we got a ride coming for you guys, and you guys just wait here and it'll be here. Well, they were a little bit late, and we get in the car and we drive literally across the street. Like you could walk there in less than a minute. And they drop us off, and then they do the same thing coming back. I said, I can walk across the street. No, gotta have you in this car. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I guess the rideshare people got to make money too, so I didn't have anything better to do than sit there and wait on a ride to take me for it literally in the vehicle, as you're waiting on traffic and everything else, it's a 5-minute ride across the street. But the walk is like a minute. So I don't know, didn't make any sense to me, but who am I? I'm not going to switch over to the smaller one. I'm just going to use this one, which I don't know the wisdom in that, because when you start getting smaller and less mass, it is better to switch over to the smaller indirect tool most of the time. And if this was more fragile material, I would definitely do that, but I haven't made my 3/8 one yet, so, and it'll be exactly the same handle. It goes under your leg as this one. I'll tell you something else about using indirect. If you got a chair that has a bar across the bottom that you can hook your heel into, that'll help you hold on to this indirect stick underneath your leg a whole lot easier than not having one. That's what I've found has helped me a lot. Well, we're about ready to get really thin because that flake right there took more than I wanted to, and it's probably because I didn't switch this flaker over. I messed around, put that in there. It's out of there now though. Oh no! Doggone it. That was going too easy. That was the problem, just went too easy. So now I need to maybe reconsider what I'm doing, or just make it smaller. It looks like we're just making it smaller, which is fine too. This material is absolutely fantastic, in case you were wondering. The heat treat was very good on it, and it just flakes very nice. As rough as that looked before heat treatment, and as hard as it was, and I'll tell you what, that was some hard rock. This is some of that material that was spalled. I can't remember the name of the fire damaged rock, hardened fire damaged rock, something like that. But I remember the thumbnails got a point with flames. So if you find that thumbnail, that's the video where this was spalled from. It was some of that stuff. At one point we were actually in better shape than we are right now before I took that clump out of there. We may end up changing course here, I don't know. Wasn't particularly wanting it to be this small, but it's still probably pretty close to 3 inches long, 2.5, something like that. Let's see. Actually, it's over 3, about 3 1/4, something like that. I didn't think it was that long. Okay. I'm not sure why they even broke. I think I probably was just thinking about something else. I do got quite a bit on my mind at the moment. And we got to be there for almost 2 weeks, so it's a lot of loose ends to figure out around the ranch too, to keep all the animals fed and everything else while I'm gone. Those pressure flakes are going in there quite a ways. For sure. I'm not sure how long we've been at this, but this seems like it's going to be a fairly quick point. Tell you something else I'm liking about that new indirect stick. It doesn't have that hollow sound of that pipe. It's not nearly as loud. I don't know if y'all can tell that or not, but too late in this video, but the next one maybe I'll do a comparison between the two. That chunk we took out of it, well, we didn't, I did, hurt us a lot. But when things like that happen, you just have to roll with it. You can't always, you know. just soldier on, you know. All right. I don't know if there were a notch in it. And then try and go from there. Hope I'm in frame here. I know some of you that's just now checking in here and they're going, just wing it. You're making a turkey tail. And yeah, I am, essentially. But not completely. It does start as a turkey tail. More or less. And according to the archaeological record, which is the 4 points or so that I made of these, they can vary slightly. Right now my tail's off. I'm not sure how to fix that really. Well, now I do, because I just brought that over too much. Yeah, it looks pretty good just as a turkey tail, but That looks good up there. But I took a little bit of a curve out of this bottom too, so that's the other part of it. This one's a little shorter, so this won't be quite as pronounced down here, I don't believe, but I think that's one of the most wicked points out there, personally. I think they are cool, cool, cool. Y'all are welcome to make them, of course. In fact, I'd love to see some of the ones that you all make. Sure, a bunch of you can make ones a whole lot better than I can. But we're getting there. It's just about done. Yes, I just got the message they're sending a limo again to pick us up. I'll tell you one thing nice about having boots on and and pants. I mean, it's hot, but I don't have no flint in my shoes. So that's one thing nice about getting rid of them sandals. No flint up my short legs, so. Hey Maggie. Hey Maggie. I don't know if you can see her or not. Let me zoom out a minute. This is Maggie. Yeah, she's a lab. Maggie's a classic Labrador name. And I've had quite a few labs over the years. Alright, go on. They are my favorite breed of dog. And the one dog around here that I actually made the decision to get. The rest of them are all either dumped on us, moved in on us, or adopted out of the pound or something. Rescue dogs, I guess. We really don't have a bad one. I mean, they're all right. But you don't want to come up in our yard without me being around, though. And I said I'd never have a biting dog, and we've actually only got 2, maybe 3 that'll bite. We live in a nice neighborhood out here. All working class folks. Nothing high class, but it's a very tight and knit community, and people around this area wait a long time for something to come available out here, because it almost never does. And we got lucky buying out here. But anyways, we have the same kind of crap that everyone else has, and everyone around here has been pretty much robbed at some point or another, except for us. And part of that is because I'm home, and the other part is you can't get in this yard without getting ate up. Unless they know you. Then you're okay. Like mom and dad and stuff like that, but I had to bring that edge up just a little bit. This thing is just a little bit out of whack. Right there, which I didn't want to get too crazy on. Because the symmetry was pretty good. So the Mina nap-in is coming up pretty quick. And I've been looking forward to that all year, but not going to make it. Not long after we get back, we're heading off to 3 days of PBR, so team events or something like that. Ow, doggone it, that thing's sharp, man. I'll have to pick that off there. Try to. Actually, I need to run a flake in right there. That's what needs to happen. Let's see here. Come on. Yeah, other than I'm bleeding, that ran a flake in there. Cleaned it right up. but I'm sure it messed with our symmetry too. That was pretty decent. I don't know, it ain't bad. That stuff napped like butter. I mean, just beautiful. I'm gonna go get the other two that I think I still have in there, and so that we can look at them together. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here's two Justwingits that I've finished before, and they're both Georgetown actually. And here's the one we just finished, and I like that one a lot, but I don't know how well you guys can see those. Hopefully you can see those all right. But that's the Justwingit. It's basically a turkey tail, and you bring in the sides at the bottom and bring in the sides at the top, and just gives you this wicked looking little point. And I think it's like, it is my favorite point. They're just cool, man. So if y'all make some, let me know. I'd like to see them. I'd love to see them. But there's your Justwingit, and we're going to move on to something else here. I'm going to try and get at least another video in before pick some of these off, before I call it quits and go start packing my bags. So y'all hit that like and subscribe button. All of you that's already subscribed, you're freaking awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that button, man. You'll get notifications so you see cool stuff like this. And y'all have a great day and keep napping.